Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Welcome to today's Sohbet and Sufi meditation with myself, Paul Salahuddin Armstrong, at the University of Birmingham's Multi-Faith Chaplaincy here in Edgbaston, Birmingham. I hope you're doing well. I hope Ramadan is going well for you, and your fasting and your prayers. Today, I was reading through Surah Al-Muminun, the 23rd Surah of the Quran, and just a few ayats I want to highlight and discuss. O you messengers, enjoy all things good and pure, and work righteousness, for I am well acquainted with all that ye do. And verily, this brotherhood of yours is a single brotherhood, and I am your Lord and Cherisher. Therefore fear me and no other. So in these two ayahs here, which is ayah 51 and ayah 52 of Surah Al-Muminun, first point, O ye messengers, enjoy all things good and pure, and work righteousness. So there's so many things which Allah has created, which are good for us, which are pure, and all of those things we may enjoy in moderation. During the holy month of Ramadan, of course, we even give up the halal things during daylight hours. This is a test for us during those daylight hours. But aside from this, all of the halal things of the earth are there for us to enjoy in moderation. But that doesn't mean that we become greedy and take more than what we should, but at the same time we can enjoy them. And enjoyment in Islam within the halal parameters it's a good thing. It is a blessed thing. It's not something which is condemned. But we should combine that enjoyment with working righteousness, doing good things, thinking about other people. If we enjoy things, as the Prophet Muhammad SAW said in a hadith, you are not a Muslim unless you desire for your brother or your sister that which you desire for yourself. So what does this mean? This means that, we should always consider other people. If we have blessings, if we have good things which come our way, then we should wish for those things for other people, and not just wish it and say it, but actually implement it. Just like, in the iftars, we share our food with other people. We want to eat food, so we share food and we give food out. And hopefully not just during iftars during Ramadan, but this is something which we do throughout the year. If we see someone who is in need, that we do what we can to support them and give them the help that we can to ease their situation. For I am well acquainted with all that ye do. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows everything which we do, every single action. It's like now I am recording myself on YouTube and Instagram. But this record is a faulty record. If something happens to the Instagram servers or the YouTube servers, this video is gone. But Allah's recording device is not like this. Whatever is recorded is recorded. It is recorded by two angels, one that sits on the right shoulder and one that sits on the left shoulder. And these angels, they record everything we do, everything we say, even the things that we think. All of it is recorded. And that record is not a faulty one. It's not one that you lose your hard drive and it is gone. No, this is a permanent record. So we have to be conscious of what we do. And if we make mistakes, then we have to make tawbah, seek for Allah's forgiveness for those mistakes. And if those mistakes have impacted upon someone else, we should ask that person for forgiveness too. Otherwise, Allah forgives us if we've done our best to seek forgiveness from another person. Now, I mean, if that person that we wronged, if they forgive us, then inshallah Allah will forgive us. But if they don't forgive us, then we should do our best to make it up to them. But at the same time, if that person is being unreasonable, then maybe Allah will forgive us still. That depends on the person then. But you should have done everything you can if you have wronged someone to make it up to them. If, on the other hand, it is a personal sin, then you make tawbah for it. You ask Allah's forgiveness, and maybe give some charity or something as well, to show and change your ways. Try not to repeat the mistake that you made. And as Allah says in the next verse I read, and verily this brotherhood of yours is a single brotherhood, and I am your Lord and Cherisher, therefore fear me and no other. The word brotherhood is mentioned here. Actually, it's brotherhood and sisterhood. It is not just brotherhood. And it means this is on different levels. First and foremost, the Quran is revealed to the Prophet Muhammad initially, but for all al-insan, for all humanity. So the initial brotherhood that we are a part of is the brotherhood of Adam. We are the children of Adam. We're all human beings. And this is one brotherhood or sisterhood that we belong to, irrespective of whether people are Muslims or Christians or Jews or whatever. We are a brotherhood of humanity. And unless anybody does anything to us or causes us a problem or difficulty or fights us or something, we should treat them as a brother or sister in humanity. This is something some Muslims forget. They start talking about people being kafir or people being... No, irrespective. The Prophet Muhammad treated people who treated him kindly or were just decent, normal people. He treated them decently. And he treated them as his brothers and sisters in humanity. And this is true of all of the prophets of Allah. Now, outside of that, there is also, well, the inside of that, there is obviously the brotherhood within Islam. There's a closeness of us as Muslims because we all believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We believe in the Prophet Muhammad, we believe in the Quran. And this is actually true irrespective of which denomination or sect or madhab or minhaj that people belong to. Certain things that we all believe in as Muslims. So there is a brotherhood of Islam within the brotherhood of humanity. And actually this brotherhood of Islam is also within the Abrahamic brotherhood, because Jews, Christians and Muslims all believe in the same family of prophets. We all believe in the same Allah. Some people have, depending upon the branch of the Abrahamic faith they belong to, they have some different ideas on how to pray and all these things. But nonetheless, we are still a brotherhood that is an Abrahamic brotherhood. And the Muslim brotherhood is within that. So there's actually at least 3 levels of brotherhood and sisterhood here. And Allah follows this by pointing out, I am your Lord and Cherisher, therefore fear me and no other. If you truly fear Allah, you don't need to fear the created things. And this is a certain level of belief that you don't start on this level, but it is the truth, and it is something that we should keep looking within ourselves and within our prayers to understand this point. If you really fear Allah, you don't fear created things. You don't fear human armies. You don't fear governments. You don't fear anything except Allah. And that shouldn't make you a crazy person. That should make you a disciplined person, a good citizen, someone that everybody can respect and look up to if they are a decent and reasonable person themselves, irrespective of their faith. Because Islam is about having faith and having consciousness. If you are conscious and you see everybody else within a human family as your brother or sister within humanity, you are careful how you treat them. You are careful in your actions, how you treat them, how you do business with them, whoever they may be, wherever they pray, if they pray at all. But still, you respect them as human beings. The Prophet Muhammad said that a Muslim is one from whom their hands people are safe. In other words, there is not going to be any kind of harm that's going to come upon them or their property or their family, because a Muslim is a careful person. A Muslim is a compassionate person and a kind person. A Muslim is not someone who does crazy things and takes away the rights from other people. But then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala follows this with the next verse. But people have cut off their affair of unity between them into sects. Each party rejoices in that which is with itself. So you see, even though the instruction here is for unity and brotherhood, and this is what we must be always striving towards. And if you think that's difficult or that's crazy or that's impossible, look at the Prophet Muhammad himself and his life. In his time, all of the Arab tribes were warring with each other. Literally. They were constantly fighting. Now look at Arabia today. For whatever faults it may have, Saudi Arabia is a unified country. The United Arab Emirates is a unified country. These countries are also within a partnership of Gulf countries that are all working together with each other. And this is all part of the legacy of the Prophet Muhammad and Islam. But at one time, they were all fighting each other. And whatever sectarian issues and stuff, these are proper countries and they have peace within their countries. But there is a tendency within human beings, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows us better than we know ourselves. So Allah puts it here in the Quran for us. But people have cut off their affair of unity and they've made sects. But this is a sinful thing. This is not something which is a good thing. It's not something that we should be striving to do. And what does this mean? If you grew up within a certain community and you go to a certain mosque and you follow certain teachings that have been passed down to you, and as far as you know, you're doing your best to understand, it's not so much mean that. It means people who rejoice in their own little sectarian group and they're condemning everybody else. If you are within your own school of thought, but you respect to the school of thought and you're genuinely trying to learn, and if you learn something's wrong and you correct it according to what you've learned from the Quran and the Sunnah and from good teachers who are imparting wisdom, then alhamdulillah, that's wherever you pray, whatever, that's not so much the issue. But the thing is, there are people who are not thinking along those lines. They're not looking to correct their understanding. And they rejoice in the difference. And they're always looking at pointing the finger at everybody else and saying that the others are wrong. And this is what creates disunity within a society. I mean, if you look at the way sciences work, on the other hand, sciences work by actually, you have a hypothesis, you test the hypothesis. If the hypothesis makes sense and it fits the evidence after a number of observations and a number of testing, you say that is, as far as you know, it's a theory, which in scientific terminology means it's as close to the fact as you can get. And if some new information comes along further down the line, you make a new hypothesis. If that works better, you say that one is. Without fighting, actually logically analyzing, learning. Not condemning, but learning. I realize this is an imperfect example because it doesn't always work that way. But overall, generally speaking, the scientific process generally works along those lines. As Muslims, we are supposed to follow something similar where we learn from each other and we respect each other and we don't go around pointing fingers and condemning. And then when we fall out, just being in little sectarian groups and condemning everybody else. This is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is referring to here. And it is a tendency, you see it within every community. Every religion has sects, every single one of them. There is not a single religion on this earth that doesn't have sects. It even happens within the new religions, which are newly formed and newly created. Within a few years, you find they've already got a sect and they separated. So it is a human tendency, but as Muslims, it is something that we need to be aware of and try to work the other way and reduce sectarian differences. This is why Ahl Sunnah wal Jamaat came to an understanding between the madhabs. Instead of condemning each other, they were regarded as schools of thought. And people calmly discussed things. And again, I realize it doesn't always work, but I have been in meetings myself where I've seen this in action and took part in it even. So I know it can work, and it is a good model. In ayah 60, oh, no, I start from 56. We would hasten them on in every good, nay, but they do not understand. Verily, those who live in awe for fear of their Lord, those who believe in the signs of their Lord, those who join not in worship partners with their Lord, and those who dispense their charity with their hearts full of fear, because they will return to their Lord. It is these who hasten in every good work, and who are foremost with them. So Allah mentions a number of points here that people who live in awe and fear of Allah, and who believe in the signs that Allah shows us. Those are the signs is in the Quran, it's in the books. It's also in the previous books that Allah revealed. It's also the signs in the creation within nature, reflecting upon those. And who do not make partners with Allah. Ultimately, they realize that there is only one Allah, there's only one God, and all comes from that God. And they have, because of this awe and fear of God, this is within their heart. And they have taqwa, they have God consciousness, and that God consciousness, it leads to a personal discipline. And Allah is saying it is those who will be first and foremost doing good things, and that they will be leading in them. And then Allah follows this with the ayah, on no soul do we place a burden greater than it can bear. Before us is a record which clearly shows the truth. They will never be wronged. So after warning us of this, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling us about this clear record that I mentioned earlier. Not like these computer recordings or the things that are written down, but this permanent record. This permanent record that is made by Allah's angels. And this record will record everything. And we will not be wronged. Not a single person will be wronged, because Allah will weigh everything up in perfect justice, in perfect mercy. So just a few verses I wanted to share there. But also Allah follows it up in the next verse. But their hearts in confused ignorance of this, and there are besides that deeds of theirs which they will continue to do, until we seize them in punishment, those who receive the good things of this world. Behold, they will groan in supplication. So it's not an excuse for us not to. You see, what all this is talking about is there's a fine balance. On the one hand, Allah is infinitely merciful, infinitely compassionate, infinitely fair. And on the other hand, us human beings are always making mistakes. But if we turn towards Allah sincerely and we make some efforts, Allah will see the efforts that we make. If we really believe in Allah, we'll have something of that fear and awe in our heart. And we will do our best. We still won't be perfect. And this is why no one should pretend to be perfect. But it balances. And it's this balance between the seeking forgiveness of Allah on the one hand, and trying our best, and doing our best. And Allah will not place upon us a burden which we cannot take. Allah already knows that we are weak, that we make mistakes, and that we will continue to do that. But as long as we're doing our best, and the more conscious of Allah that we become, the more we will take care, the more we'll be thoughtful, the more taqwa, God consciousness that we develop. And this will lead us into doing righteous deeds and righteous actions more than the negative ones. But you will still not be perfect, because we're not malaika. We're not even meant to be as such, but we're meant to do our best. We're meant to struggle against this lust and materialistic things, in these weaknesses that we have in our hearts. We're supposed to struggle against that. And if we struggle against that and do our best, then Allah sees and records everything. Then Allah will treat us fairly. And if we seek Allah's mercy and we don't make partners with Allah and always believe in Allah, then inshallah we will be successful in this life, and we'll be successful in the next life. But it is a balance that we walk every day of our life. And yeah, it's sort of, on the one hand, it's a simple principle, and it's not as difficult as some people make it, and it's more difficult than some other people make it. It's but the main thing, it stems around sincerity and doing our best. And as long as we do that, then inshallah we'll be fine. But we must be sincere, or must, seek to be sincere. I don't think any of us start off even as that. It's all of these things we have to work for. We have to work to develop taqwa. We have to work to develop sincerity. Because every one of us has an element of hypocrisy within us. This is why when Allah mentions this in the Quran, then it's because within each of us we have the element of times when we have elements of doubt, we have elements of hypocrisy, and so we have to balance these things. We have to struggle against these things, and the more we struggle against that, the more our soul is rising and getting closer to Allah. And Allah is seeing and recording all of those things, and it helps us to become a better human being. And the aims and the goal of it is that we should be a believer and get close to Allah and develop that taqwa. But also in this life, that should be seen in our day-to-day actions, that we can become a better and better human being, become a better citizen, become a better person, We become someone who people like more, people want to spend time with, because we're a safe person to spend time with, we're a nice person to spend time with, we're a caring and a kind person. And this is what it's leading towards. And these verses are to give us something to think about and to reflect upon that hopefully will help us in that process. So I hope you found that useful and beneficial. And now I will go on to the dhikr in a few moments. But I give thanks to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, my parents, and my sheikhs. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. نويت العبين، نويت الأسرة، نويت القوة، نويت الاعتكاف، نويت السلوك، نويت رياض لله تعالى في هذا جميع. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. We seek Allah's forgiveness with the recitation of Astaghfirullah, which means forgive me, Allah. Astaghfirullah, 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 astaghfirullah. Astaghfirullah, 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 astaghfirullah. Astaghfirullah, 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 astaghfirullah. Astaghfirullah, 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 astaghfirullah. Astaghfirullah al-azim alladhi la ilaha illa huwa al-hayyul qayyum wa atubu ilayh. Innahu huwa at-tawwabur rahim. Ya Wahhab, ya Wahhab, ya Wahhab. Ya Musabibul asbab. Ya Mufati abwab. Ya Muqallibu qulubi wal absar. Ya Dalailul mutakhairin. Ya Ghayth Mustaghaythin, Ya Qayyu Ya Qayyum, Ya Tu Jalali wal Ikram, Wa Faridu Amri Illah, Inna Allaha Basiran bil Ibad. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين صلوات الشريفة بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد وسلم 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 أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعناك وزرك الذي أنك وزرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك فإن من يسرا إن من يسرا فإذا فرغت فانصب وإلى ربك فارغب بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعناك وزرك الذي أنك وزرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك فإن من يسرا إن من يسرا فإذا فرغت فانصب وإلى ربك فارغب بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعناك وزرك الذي أنك وزرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك فإن من يسرا إن من يسرا فإذا فرغت فانصب وإلى ربك فارغب بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعناك وزرك الذي أنك وزرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك فإن من يسرا إن من يسرا فإذا فرغت فانصب وإلى ربك فارغب بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعناك وزرك الذي أنك وزرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك وإن من يسرا إن من يسرا فإذا فرغت فانصب وإلى ربك فارغب بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعناك وزرك الذي أنك وزرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك وإن من يسرا إن من يسرا فإذا فرغت فانصب وإلى ربك فارغب بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعناك وزرك الذي أنك وزرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك وإن من يسرا إن من يسرا فإذا فرغت فانصب وإلى ربك فارغب إخلاص الشريفة بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد فاتحة شريفة أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. صلوات الشريفة بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد وسلم 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 اللهم صل على محمد وعلى Ali Muhammadin wa salim Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ala Ali Muhammadin wa salim Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ala Ali Muhammadin wa salim Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ala Ali Muhammadin wa salim Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ala Ali Muhammadin wa salim. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ربي خاديتني من أبوكي ولمتني من طويله حديث فاتر السماوات والأرض أنت وليه في الدنيا والآخرة توفاني مسلما ولقني بالصالحين أمان بالله صدق الله العظيم سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين إلا أشرف نبي صلى الله عليه وسلم وآله وصحبه الكرام وإلى واقي أنبيائه والمرسلين وقدم إسرائيل وإلى إمات أبواب وإلى مشاكين في طريقة نقشبندية آلية قصة إلى آلك وجعان الفاتحة. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. فلمنه لا إله إلا الله 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 محمد رسول الله عليه الصلاة الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله عليه الصلاة الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله عليه الصلاة الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد النبي الله عليه الصلاة الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد النبي الله عليه الصلاة الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد النبي الله عليه الصلاة الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد النبي الله عليه الصلاة الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد الحبيب الله عليه الصلاة الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد الحبيب الله عليه الصلاة الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد الحبيب الله عليه الصلاة الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد الحبيب الله عليه الصلاة الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد الشفيع الله عليه الصلاة الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد الشفيع الله عليه الصلاة الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد الشافي الله عليه صلاة الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد الشافي الله عليه صلاة الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم عليه وسلم. حسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. إلا الشرف النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم وآله وصحبه الكرام وإلى واهي سوي سنتين وستكيون الفاتحة. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. ذكر جلال الله 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 Allah, 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 Allah. Allah, 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 Allah. أصبر الله خير وكي ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العظيم. Hey, 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 hey. Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakeel. Hulu wa la quwwata illa billahil aliyyil azim. Allahu Allah Haq. 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 Allahu Allah hey, 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 Allah hey ya Qayyum, Allah hey ya Qayyum. Allah hay ya Qayyum, 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 Allah hay ya Qayyum. Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakeel. Hulu wa la quwwata illa billahil aliyyil azim. Yahu, Yahu, Ya Daim. Yahu, Yahu, Ya Daim. Yahu, Yahu, Ya Daim. Allah, Yahu, Ya Daim. Ya Daim, Ya Daim, Ya Daim, Ya Allah. Ya Daim, Ya Daim, Ya Daim, Ya Allah. Ya Halim, Ya Halim, Ya Halim, Ya Allah. Ya Halim, Ya Halim, Ya Halim, Ya Allah. Ya Hafiz, Ya Hafiz, Ya Hafiz, Ya Allah. Ya Hafiz, Ya Hafiz, Ya Hafiz, Ya Allah. Ya Latif, Ya Latif, Ya Latif, Ya Allah. Ya Latif, Ya Latif, Ya Latif, Ya Allah. Ya Ghafar, Ya Ghafur, Ya Ghafar, Ya Ghafur. Ya Ghafar, Ya Ghafur, Ya Ghafar, Ya Ghafur. Ya Sattar, Ya Fatah, Ya Sattar, Ya Fatah. Ya Sattar, Ya Fatah, Ya Sattar, Ya Fatah. Ya Mujib, Ya Mujib, Ya Mujib, Ya Allah. Ya Mujib, Ya Mujib, Ya Mujib, Ya Allah. Ya Mujib.